Just gonna make sure this is actually rolling here. We'll see in a moment. Okay, yay. Yay, hi. Hi. Okay, cool. So I wanted to go live again to talk about confidence. And it's a repeat of a lot of what I've been saying so far. But this is the type of thing that sounds very simple. Hi, hello, whoever's watching, please say hello. Love to know who's out there and say a heartfelt hello. It's a repeat, but again, it's something that sounds so simple and yet is in application utterly profound. And in my experience, there's not really an end to its application. So, okay, so the moral of the story is, hello, if you're watching, say hello. The moral of the story is true foundation of confidence is in learning to accept ourselves and whatever is presenting in our reality in any given moment as utterly perfect and okay. Utterly perfect as it is. Us as we are, whatever's in our moment as it is. And insofar as we are not doing that, we create this disconnect from whatever is present. We create a disconnect between ourselves and the present moment. And so this gets tricky because we do it on very subtle levels. Well, sometimes not so subtle, and sometimes very subtle. So, okay, so what's important to say next here? So, and again, this is repeats of things I've said before, but that I think are important to say again. So anytime we are making the okayness of ourselves and our moment dependent on it being different, we are cutting ourselves off from not only our true life force essence, but also what is the literal foundation of confidence. Because as we can learn to be okay, to be fully accepting of ourselves, of whatever's present, there's construction going on outside, exactly as it is, then we have the ability to work with whatever is there. So insofar as we are not accepting it, we're rejecting it, then we are holding ourselves in this, again, this place of tension and disconnect, and we lose the ability to actually witness and be present to what is and work forward from that place. So we're also cutting ourselves off from true productivity. So I've got a good example of this, and it's the solo I've been working on. So I'm here in Montreal. I'm working with a amazing dancer, performer, choreographer, artist named Margie Gillis. Hopefully you have heard of her. If not, look her up, margiegillis.org. Brilliant artist, brilliant performer, brilliant human being, and I have the utter wonderful fortune to get to work with her among other dance artists. And so the group of us have each been working on different solos that we're performing tomorrow. Let's hope that actually happens. I think it will, out in Victoriaville here in Quebec. We're really excited for that. It's been a challenge, a beautiful challenge, but a challenge. And just today, I realized that part of that, well, I realized it yesterday and then was able to apply it today. I realized that part of what was getting me caught up in the performance of this work was that I was in each moment and each shape throughout the dance. There was like a line by which, okay, I'm successful or I'm not. And then my mind is kind of there watching, am I successful or am I not? And the moment I'm not, I lose the state of being that is required to be in really a transformative performance space, one in which the audience can really be held and invited into whatever I, as the performer, am experiencing, because I am rejecting part of what is present for me. So in realizing that, I then came into today's rehearsal with a renewed commitment to accept utterly whatever was present as wondrous as the journey, as the dance, and to soften into it and to open that out to others. And it definitely helped me move forward in terms of the depth with which and the ease with which I could perform the work. So I hope that makes sense. Do say hello if you're watching. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the chat. Yeah, okay, so I wanted to talk about that. And then I wanted to talk about, so I am doing a program right now. It is called A Call to Power. We have started, but it is not too late to join us, in which this is the exact focus. And the focus is getting utterly connected and practiced at returning to that place of utter acceptance of what is, of yourself exactly as you are. Now, for me, I think people are crazy to not want to do that, right? Because not only does that support just a general level of confidence, it supports, it supports a learning mind state in every area of your life. So, it's not a cheap program. It's $3,400 all in, and I know that can feel like a lot of money, but if you really think about the effect of you being connected to your true sense of value, to the sense of wonder and validity of who you are and how you are and what you're experiencing in any moment, and the repercussions of that foundational, really key shift in your being, that's nothing. In my opinion, that's nothing in terms of dollar amount when it comes to creating that shift and the effects that can happen in a person's life. So I wanted to say all that. Yeah, okay. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the ways in which we lose that state, because sometimes they're obvious, right? Anytime you're in a state of this isn't, the problem is we only get into the state of when we think unconsciously. We can't really get into the state of this isn't working consciously, because if we're conscious about what is not working, we're present to it and we can adapt. That wasn't entirely what I wanted to say. That's not quite the words, but I'll see if I can circle around back and find them. But it's the very unconsciousness of the process of rejection that is the problem. Because as soon as we can see, oh, I'm rejecting a part of myself, I'm rejecting a part of my experience. We can either be rejecting, this comes back to the Buddhists, they've got sort of three foundational types, or three ways in which we can relate to reality that are unhelpful: greed, hatred, and delusion or confusion. And greed is, well, hate is that pushing away, so that rejection of what is. Greed is grabbing on towards, so sometimes that's actually our experience in the moment, though they're two sides of the same coin. So that, but greed is then, I'm in this moment and I want something different. This moment isn't quite enough, and I want just if I can have that, then I'll be complete, then I'll be okay, then I'll be whatever, right? And so the magic happens when we can start to see in the moment, oh, I'm rejecting what is. And that very act is cutting off my confidence, or the root of confidence, and cutting off my learning ability. Because when we can be present to what is, we have all the pieces we need right here, right within our experience, to take the next step and to move forward. Yeah. So I think maybe I'll leave it there for today. Do say hello. Do put some comments in the chat. Do reach out to me if you're interested in actually working on this in your life. Uh, it is important, and I assure you, like I can't say it with enough emphasis. Shifting this will shift major pieces of your life, will enable you to move forward far more quickly in other areas of your life. So please reach out. We can do a one-on-one dialogue so you can feel that, so you can feel and see immediately, wow, this would be the impact for me. Because truly you will and can be blown away. It's again, it's simple, but it's so foundational. It has incredible impacts. Okay, I send my love to each and every one of you who see this. Big appreciation, and I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, or whatever day you happen to be seeing this. Do say hello, do let me know your thoughts, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye for now.